Welcome to another episode. Married 39 years, retired, 3 kids, 7 grandkids, and a perfectly good life on land. We're trading our comfortable routine for an adventure while we're still young enough to climb a mast and old enough to know better. This is your Captain Tiny. And I'm your first mate, Bubbles. And this is our saga aboard Tiny Bubbles. Follow the journey with all its triumphs, laughs, and life's lessons, and be inspired to dream about your adventure. Previously, Dale and I are stuck on our deserted island. That island right there. Nobody's here but us. There's nobody on that island. There's nothing on that island. The reason we're here, we had a 36-hour passage from the Dominican Republic to the Bahamas. The route we chose required 2 overnights at sea. Were several hours of pure darkness in strong winds and rough seas. The reason we're at this island is because we had to find a place. We had to find a place to get out of those seas and to wait out this weather. On the 8th day of being at Little Inagua, we found a so-so weather window to move the boat to Georgetown. Apparently I have 2 favorite words, I guess we all do, that we use over and over. But I like to describe the places we're at as beautiful. The beautiful Anchorage. And land. And it's beautiful. And I often end with the statement, glorious. It's glorious. Glorious. So, if you want to make watching our videos fun, you could turn it into a drinking game. Every time I say beautiful or glorious, you can take a drink. On me. We made it off anchor right on time. Cool. It was 6:04.
Like it.
Yep. Bye, Little Inagua. Thank you for keeping us safe. It feels like we got the whole day ahead. We have expectation of good sailing. The breeze is slightly cool. Sails are up. Feels good. And you're shirtless, sussing up the lines with your bulging muscles.
You need to have your eyes checked.
Oh, but he does have his pants on. That's not always the case. The seas ended up being much more rolly than we expected, but we made preparations for that before nightfall. It is 10 p.m. I've taken my shift, which is from 10 to 2. Dale has gone down to sleep. He's reconfigured sails since I was up here last. Our wind direction has changed. Our current has changed. Actually, our whole heading has changed. So, but we are clipping right along at 8, sometimes 9 knots. Engines off. Wind is still in our beam. But we got the current carrying us along. Our speed through the water is 5.5, but our speed over ground is 8.7. So, yeah, whatever he did really got us moving right along. It is new moon. The moon, and that new moon rose and set before it was even dark. So there will be no moon tonight. I have to rely on our radar, our charts here. Stars are out though, they look beautiful. He says the seas are going to get a little more rolly before it's over, before the night's over. So not really looking forward to that. But hopefully he gets a good few hours of sleep and he will relieve me at 2. Actually he said he's going to sleep right down there. So that's how it's going. We will be in Georgetown tomorrow. We're going on, I don't know, 30 some hours. Wow, and I sure look like it. And so does he. But at this speed, which we're practically dead downwind, our speed has dropped to 4 knots, but we're getting ready to correct that with an engine. The apparent wind's only 11 knots, true wind 13. But at this pace, we're not getting to Georgetown for 6 more hours. So we're going to correct that for sure. But it is nice to see the horizon kind of flat instead of woo, 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 which is what we've seen for the last many, many hours.
We've had almost a whole week. The last sailing that we've done is not old man sailing. That's not what I signed up for.
No.
I signed up for old man sailing.
Yep.
This is old man sailing.
This is it.
Not crosswind and 40 knots of wind. Actually, it wasn't 40. Okay, it was 17 gusts 23, sometimes gusts 35. Across the beam.
Through the night, in the dark.
Yeah, and not just in the dark. It was like no moon.
No,
it was like
zero.
Pitch
dark.
black.
Yep.
And this is what I signed up for, not the rest of that stuff. I mean, we can do it. We sat behind that island there in Little Inagua for a week, waiting for the weather window that we got, and it wasn't a great weather window.
It wasn't.
It was the best one we'd had in a week, and it was going to be the best one we'd had in another 2 weeks, and there's no guarantee it would ever gotten better.
And we were running out of supplies, so we had to move from there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some calm, chill waters and anchorages.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're finally getting a glorious taste of champagne sailing. Those big old sails are up in the sky. And we're on our way. We finally arrived at Georgetown, which sadly was too late for our meetup, but there were still blue water cruising boats anchored there. We have a set of friends here, Jack and Amy. It was a week on their boat that we kind of getting serious about buying our own boat. They have a Leopard 48. We bought a Leopard 45. There's a chance that we will go join them for sundowners. We'll figure that out in case the dinghy's there ready to go. Yes, that's right. You saw me trip on my own 2 feet. But we're in Georgetown, a very popular destination for boaters. They're everywhere. But we're happy to be here and not out on the open sea right now. Whew, but we are tired. One of the first things we needed to do was dinghy ashore and check in at Customs and Immigration. Yes, we're back in the Bahamas where they drive on the wrong side of the road. But we're here. We made it. We survived our 37 hour sail. And for the first time in 2 weeks, we're seeing actual human beings. Pretty good. Get to Customs, we walk on the street. Hope for the best. It's time to check in to Customs and Immigration. Wait. They're closed. They're closed. After all of that. So now I guess we just have to go have a drink. Some food. They're closed. So, we had trash to bring aboard. Here's how you do it here. You charge by the bag. You put it in the back of this little truck. throw your money in the slot in the window. Honor system. It is brilliant. I mean, even if people aren't honorable, at the end of the day, they have a seat full of cash. So we're at part 2, checking into the country, which is immigrations. We have to bring our cruising permit that we got at the customs office. We bring it here to get final clearance. Then when we get back to the boat, we take down our quarantine flag and we raise the Bahamian flag out of courtesy for the country hosting us. I think our permit will be 90 days long. We got the smallest permit because we're here for days and then we're actually going back to Florida from here. So it's part of what you do at every new country. You check in. Some countries require you check out, but apparently Bahamas is not one of those. So when we get back to the US, we will also have to go through customs, but they won't need to see our checkout papers. I suppose one day I'll stop filming every sunrise and every sunset. But they're all so beautiful in unique ways. I kind of hope I don't. It's glorious.
Lazy River today. It's also being led by Kenny Kelly of Crooked Anchor. The meetup, I believe, is at 8:55 a.m. and I also believe it's Sand Dollar Beach. Can you confirm that as well, Crooked Anchor?
Yeah, this is Crooked Anchor. Yeah, we're going to meet over in front of Sand Dollar. We're trying to pick out a mooring bulb. But just look for the little convoy of dinghies gathering up over there.
Social events.
Okay, yeah, so meet up 9 a.m., Sand Dollar Beach. Just look for a bunch of dinghies, and they're going to be taking the inside route today due to the high winds on the ocean.
Came in from the boat to this beautiful beach, brought the dinghy. We're going to meet some friends right here at the Chat and Chill. Beautiful beach. I mean, why haven't I been hanging out here while Dale's doing boat chores?
Bahamian.
I like the meat. Only meat. Only meat. That's what I like to eat.
I see. Excuse me. What kind of meat are we talking? Oh.
Feeding time for the birdies, because that man eats only meat. He throws the bread away. And there they are, the people partially responsible for making us sailors. One of those days where you kind of have to tear the boat apart to fix a problem, which for us is a really big problem. The 12-volt batteries are not charging how they should. Dale's been at it all day. We removed a bunch of stuff from the cabin down there so he could get to the area he needed to work on. But without our 12-volt, we have water, but it doesn't come out of the faucet. There is a restaurant we could go eat at, but that dinghy does not go down. Our refrigerators are shut off. We did the best we could to move things in the medic, which is going to keep cold. Yeah, everything's pulled out, and he's trying really hard to solve the problem. Thank God this is not happening when we're
En route.
en route, yeah, because we have no navigation. those kids are just out there. They're entrusted with a dinghy and a paddleboard, and they're just pulling each other round and round and round. And having the best time. And I think those kids belong to Martin, the boat that's right there. He's the gentleman that's up helping Dale troubleshoot some things. And kids from that boat right there. All of us part of the Blue Water Cruising community. Amazing. Amazing. Glorious. Your kids are having a blast out there.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. So this is what it's like to have Blue Water Cruising friends nearby, especially an expert like Martin who can help troubleshoot things that Dale can't ask me questions about because I have no idea. So thank you for coming over. We truly appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, for sure.
To have a good community, you need to be part of a good community.
True.
So
Yeah.
I trust her and try to be a good member of it.
Yes, well, you very much are, and we appreciate it. One of the problems that needed to be solved was why was the AIS not working? Dale was willing to climb the mast to try to solve that problem and brought over some friends to help spot him while we did that.
You're everything. I was an electrician for a long time.
Okay, the day was going to come when climbing the mast was inevitable. Somehow I feel like he's a little excited about this. I'm not understanding, but I guess every man wants to climb his mast. Har, 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 har.
Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Man, that music's gone, gone. Crazy man, crazy.
There's a human up there, and I'm married to that human.
I didn't see anything that would say, "Oh, this is a problem." And on the connection itself, the connection itself felt snug. I mean, it didn't feel like it was moving around.
I think I did it. I think I did it. I made a sourdough on the boat that didn't flop. After multiple tries. I did it! Well, I haven't eaten it yet. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. But it's gotta cool. You can't cut a sourdough until it's all the way cool. I can't wait.
Our fueling job went from one person to two person because my hose that goes normally into the gear is brittle. It's been too long, and it just breaks. Well, now this one's not breaking.
Well, that's good. So we have these collapsible jerry cans, which are quite awesome.
Actually, let me
People are kind of surprised.
let me see if I can't get a little bit more in there.
And Dale filled several. And it saves us a trip to a fuel dock that's way out there that people say has potentially questionable fuel. And a lot of other people were getting jerry cans. So, yeah, we're topping off the tanks with the cans.
Well, not quite topping them off, but
Well, replenishing 20 gallons each.
yeah, about that.
So,
But the hose cracked, and so I replaced it. I just cut it back a little ways, and then it cracked again. I thought, well, the whole thing is done. But now this one, it seems to be working good, so I'm gonna try to get something out of it. But this needs to be replaced. It's just a filler hose. Makes it so that we have less opportunity to spill fuel into the ocean.
well, you got your diaper, right? Oh, yeah. That right there is a fuel diaper?
Fuel bladder.
Bladder. No, that is a diaper.
Oh, diaper, yeah.
Helps
can
with
you come-
spillage.
Can you come help me then?
Okay, I can. Just busted it. Now what? So we have been here in Georgetown for 4 days, I believe. We totally missed the Blue Water Cruising get-together. But luckily for us, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're the 5th that I know of Blue Water Cruising boat here. And so everybody's going a little bit north to a place called Cat Island. Don't let the name fool you. It wasn't named after kitty cats. Rather, it was named after a pirate named Arthur Capt, who used Cat Island as a hideaway. Leaving tomorrow, and we're going to join. We're going to join the caravan and make it to that island. We're doing some preparation tonight. Did a little meal prep today. All right, so we leave tomorrow about noon, and so it's time to get some meal prep done. So we found some lovely produce, some fruits, some vegetables, and a chicken. And so I just made a salsa. I'm getting ready to make a guacamole. Got some spices and stuff going on in there. I'll take it off the bone after it cools, after it's done cooking. I'll save the broth. I plan to make a Thai chicken kind of soup, even though it's hot outside. Soups are good and they don't have to be piping hot. In the freezer we still have steaks, some salmon, some chicken tenderloins. We have shrimp. We have a prepared meatloaf and some prepared spaghetti sauce. So we're not going to starve. We'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to take this avocado and see if I can make a good guacamole. So that's the plan. So the guac is made, the salsa's made and put away. I'm getting ready to take some canned pineapple and crush it because I couldn't find crushed pineapple. I brought along this little hand food processor. Really all you have to do is pump the handle here, bend down so you can see it. Because my recipe calls for pineapple in juice. This is a great way to get that done. The recipe has pineapple, coconut, some cream cheese, and they make these yummy little breakfast muffins. That means my chicken is done. It feels fun that we're gonna go caravan with groups of boats. So we all leave whenever we feel like leaving. We all arrive when we arrive. Some boats are faster, some boats are slower, some boats want an early start. We will all arrive before it gets too dark, which is the goal for most cruisers. And we will hang out there a day or two, and then Dale and I need to start going back towards Florida. We double-checked our insurance, and we need to be out of hurricane zone by July 1st. Thank goodness. That gives us half the month of May, and then have it out north of the Florida-Georgia line by July 1st. So that's a relief. Dale was able to fix the power problem, which turned out to be a blown fuse. Luckily, we had a spare. But even after climbing the mast, we were still unsure why our AIS wasn't working. Meanwhile, I had problems brewing in the heads. Really isn't meant to be a rant, but the bugs are back in our toilet. We had 3. Dale cleaned them good. Refurbished the coconut husks. We made sure not one bug could get to it to lay larvae in it before we put it in. Last time we just left it out, and I saw the gnats flying around it, but didn't worry about it till we got it in the toilet and it was full of fly larvae. So I insisted that this one, while it's absorbing and making its peat moss, get put in a bag. No bugs allowed. We had 3 days of great no bug moments, and now the bug larvae are coming out of the toilet, crawling on the floor. I don't know how, I don't know why. We put diatomaceous earth in there to kill them. It doesn't kill them. When they come out, I spray them with vinegar. But we've been through this now 4 times, so I know what happens next. Next is the little flies hatch. And then when you open the compartment to go number 2, flies just come swarming out. So but you know what? We can deal with it until that can be changed. That is not a life-threatening problem. But we're trying to tell an authentic story and document how life on the water is. And for me personally, I would never, ever, 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 ever recommend a composting toilet to anyone living on a boat. Our RV, maybe. In a cabin, maybe, but not on a boat. Doesn't make sense. Tune in next time. And me and my new friend. We've had dinner late and we both have to pee. But in the middle of nowhere, Bahamas, and they said there was a bathroom up here and we're desperately trying to seek it out.
It's right here.
Oh, found
It's gotta be.
Okay, cool. I get to use a proper toilet right now. I mean, maybe not everyone wants to see this on my channel, but you all know how much I hate my toilet. So it's so great to have water in a bowl that I pee into. And this little, it's so cool, this little lever, I push it and it all goes away. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Martin. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! Woo! As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you next time.